do this. Doo-doo.
Jaws time.
Okay.
All
All
right.
right, I'm ready.
Okay, here we go. All right. One, two, three, click. One, two, three, clap.
Click. One, two, three, clap.
Clap. Whatever.
I said something. All right. It was the summer of the shark, and it came out of nowhere. A movie that was on almost no one's radar, besides some puff pieces in the trades, was all of a sudden what everyone was talking about. The movie had a lot going for it. A town in trouble, a ragtag group of heroes, a mix of horror and comic relief, and an unabashed triggering of the public's built in terror of ocean predators. No wonder it hit. Plus, there were chainsaws, flying surfboards, and the dad from Home Alone. Sharknado, released June 2013 on the Sci-Fi Network, featured a freak weather event that sucks thousands of sharks out of the ocean and hurls them through the skies of Los Angeles in a tumultuous, toothy twister of terror. And the fish weren't the only ones biting. America ate it up. For a while. A different shark movie released in the summer of 1975 was different in one specific way, besides the fact that its predator didn't fly. This movie had staying power. Will we be will, will we be reviewing Sharknado on this podcast in 2063 on its 50th anniversary? It did star that one guy from Beverly Hills 90210 whose name in that show I think was Steve. So that's good. For now, we're the two Gomers. We're talking Jaws. And this is Perfect Movie.
Welcome, everybody, to Perfect Movie, a podcast where two regular guys try to save the universe one great film at a time. This is Anthony speaking, one of those two aforementioned Gomers, coming to you from Atlanta, Georgia, with my friend Steven, all the way out in Flagstaff, Arizona.
Now, when we recorded Superman
Mm-hmm.
1978, I got these new glasses to
Oh,
look like
yeah. Oh,
Clark
yeah.
Kent, you know?
Clark Kent glasses, yeah.
Yeah. Today, looks like you got a haircut.
Oh, yeah. That's why we're starting 15 minutes early, because I was coming straight from the haircut place.
50 minutes late.
Late.
And it's actually half hour
Never.
late. Anyways,
Right.
your hair right now kind of looks like a shark fin.
Oh,
Look at
wow.
this. On
The
the
dorsal
Zoom.
fin.
Yeah, that dorsal fin. If you remember when those kids prank, in Jaws, they have the dorsal fin
Oh,
thing.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You,
Yeah.
you could do that, no prop. Look at that
If I
thing.
didn't have the microphone, I could do that. Let's see. Hold on.
Yeah, he's lifting it up. Oh man, if you're not watching this on YouTube, this is good stuff. What a great comedy bit going on right now. All you can see is his dorsal fin. Mm, wow, frightening stuff, folks. I mean, my hair is high, but it's to the side. I don't think that. Well, it kind of my hair kind of looks like when they Free Willy
Oh, yeah.
is in captivity, and his dorsal fin kind of droops.
Oh,
You
it
know that
flops.
happens.
Yeah,
Yeah,
why did that happen?
and it's like that always happens with what I don't think you're supposed to call them killer whales anymore, but I can't remember what you're supposed to call them.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
uh, I think that always happens to them in captivity.
Because they're like sad or something?
Nobody knows why.
Huh.
Isn't that weird?
That is
Their
weird.
dorsal fin always droops to the side when they're in captivity.
Huh.
Yeah. Anyway, now I do think if you ever watch Jaws 2, there is a cool killer whale scene.
I almost watched it, dude. I was so close. I
So
had
close.
I didn't have it on the schedule, but I was really close to watching it.
Okay. Um, so that's just a little teaser for anyone. I don't think it's a required viewing by any means.
Hmm.
And I don't think we're gonna do Jaws 2 in our year of the sequel. We have too many. I mean, we're not gonna bump Back to the Future 2 for
No,
Jaws 2 or anything like that.
Jaws 2 is, and it's not even a major regular sequel that people talk about. Like we're gonna
No,
talk
not
about
at all. Nope. Yeah, it's
sequels.
it's not like Superman 2 even, which is
Right.
like not the perfect movie, but a lot of people have seen it.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those like in the 70s and 80s. So, I mean, sequels were just churned out and they sucked.
Right. Yep. Money grabs, but
Yep.
they got popular. But I mean, dude, Star Trek 2, Terminator 2,
Mm,
Godfather 2, Back to
hmm
the Future 2,
We have
Empire Strikes Back.
so many that I mean, so many good ones. We're gonna try to pick in that year the sequels that are equal to,
Mm-hmm.
maybe even better than the originals.
What if we wrote it like sequel, like equal?
Oh, that's
You
pretty
know,
good.
the year of the sequel
We'll
or
work on that, nation.
squeakquel, chipmunks.
Two Gomers the Squeakquel. We might need to do that. Sometimes I get that voice crack, puberty voice, the
Yeah,
Squeakquel.
the squeakquel.
Um, I read an interview with Michael Caine, who is in Jaws 4. He's
Mm-hmm.
like the big draw
Oh,
for Jaws 4.
oh, I didn't
Um,
even know there was a Jaws 4.
it is awful.
Oh
It's
gosh.
it's not as bad as Jaws 3, but
Okay.
Jaws 4 is still awful. And they asked him if they even remembered that he was in it.
Yeah.
And he said, "Well, I remember the house that it bought,
Whoa.
but I don't remember being in it."
Dang.
I
Can
thought
you
that was
imagine that?
incredible.
Would you do a terrible movie to buy a house?
Uh, if it was a Jaws movie, I'd do Jaws 5 to
Yeah.
to buy a house. Sure.
Yeah.
Why not? Nobody's gonna see it anyway.
That's true. It's like, yeah, I guess maybe if you're an actor, you've got integrity to be and like a career arc. You know,
Uh-huh.
maybe you need to like protect your career arc that like, okay, I bought a house, but then my career tanked.
Yep.
But for us, dude, if we could just be in a movie to buy a house,
Yep.
as long as it wasn't, jeopardizing something like doing something really messed up.
Right, exactly. As long as it fits in my morals, which Jaws 5 certainly would, I would do it. Um, well, we are doing Jaws today.
Hmm.
I was thinking about Jaws, right? Like, I wonder if this is, have we said this before? I might have said this about E.T. I wonder if this is the most talked about and pontificated over movie ever.
Mm, yeah. I mean, we're gonna say a lot of basic takes,
Oh,
repeat a
yeah.
lot of basic takes. I mean, top lines ever, change the box office. I thought maybe your cold open was going to have something to do with box office.
Yeah.
Um,
That felt too easy. I think that's my
right.
point, right?
Yep.
Like, did you know the shark didn't work good?
Right. Yeah.
Right? Like,
Yeah.
oh,
Like
really? And
you
they named
never.
it Bruce after Steven Spielberg's lawyer. Oh, really? I've never heard that fact
Right.
before.
You never see the shark, but that's what saved the movie.
Oh,
Uh,
wow, what an interesting point.
oh,
There is
two
the
note,
danger of that, right? Like going in and saying all those facts everybody's heard 20 times.
two note leitmotif. John
Huh?
Williams.
You don't
Dar.
say.
Well, yeah, I watched the Inside Story. So I didn't watch Jaws 2,
Okay.
but I did watch the Inside Story
Okay. Did you
on
the Jaws at 50 documentary? Is that
no,
what you're talking about? Okay.
no. Okay. Oh yeah, also, dude, happy 50th anniversary to Jaws. We forgot to
Happy
mention that.
anniversary,
We
for he's a
really
jolly good fellow.
we hit
I
this one
also
off
like that
out
we
of the
call
park, dude.
the shark Jaws, but
Yeah.
that's not its name. But I don't care.
Who cares, dude? Um
The
yeah, but
50th anniversary of Jaws' death, too. You know what I mean?
yeah, totally. And of summer blockbusters changing forever.
Yep.
Um but the the Inside Story,
Mm-hmm.
no, it was like a 90s
Ooh.
TV documentary sort
Oh,
of thing.
wow. That's even better. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. So it's got, you know, Richard Dreyfuss talking about, oh no, I also, yeah, that's when they talk. Okay, so I also watched, it was on 60 Minutes,
Oh, okay.
maybe within the last couple of weeks. They
Okay.
were
Got
talking
it.
about it.
Hmm.
And that was where Richard Dreyfuss gave the take that we've heard before, that he turned down Jaws many times.
Mm.
And the only reason he did it is his movie came out, which I can't remember the name of right now.
That
That was,
Oscar-winning movie?
no, I don't think so. A
Okay.
movie came out and he went to see it and he was like, holy crap, I'm terrible in this movie.
Whoa. Okay.
And he said, if I am not working when this movie comes out, I won't work again.
Huh.
So he called Steven Spielberg and said,
I need that job
please,
now before
I
that other movie comes
I
out.
need that job back, like that I turned down a couple of times. And
Wow.
yeah,
And the rest is history. And then
uh-huh.
years later, he was in The American President.
The American president, yep, as the weird squiggy other guy. And
Squeaky.
you know, Mr. Holland's Opus. What
Oh,
about
yeah.
Bob? Close
Imagine.
Encounters of the Third Kind.
That's right. Imagine not having the opus at the end of Mr. Holland's opus.
Conduct.
Anthony's conducting. His dorsal
Conducting.
fin is shaking back and forth a little bit.
Dude, I didn't even. Okay, speaking of dorsal fin, I didn't even uh like, the lady, my sweet haircut.
Hmm.
I don't know what to call her. Barber,
Sure.
hairstylist,
Stylist. I think
Brittany.
stylist. Looking at
Okay.
that cut you've got right now, I'd call her a stylist.
Okay, she did my beard too.
I love it.
Um we've been together now for 2 years,
Mm,
I think.
okay.
And I don't even like she blow dries and then puts product in it. I don't even touch it for a whole day.
Wow.
I just feel so great.
Well, you look great and you look like Jaws's son.
I know, but I can't do it like she does it. So I only look cool 1 day a month.
Oh, I did watch Jaws at 50 on the
What was
plane.
that? Wait,
It's the
what's Jaws at 50?
it's this new documentary that came out
Oh, oh,
last
dang it.
month.
Okay.
Um, and I loved it. The one thing that bugs me is the at symbol in the title of this
I
documentary.
saw that on YouTube. You're right. I was like, well, that
What
looks
the
dumb.
heck
That looked dumb. That's why I
are
didn't
they
click on it.
thinking? Yeah, so ignore that.
Ugh.
Uh, yes, we are
I
we
was
are
like, that's
lockstep in
homemade,
this,
dude.
right?
Seriously.
I
That's
know.
why I didn't watch it. That's why I watched Inside Story instead.
Yeah, I don't blame you. But I watched it on the plane. We recently did for 6.2ers an episode about Perfect Plane movie, right? What to watch on the
Mm-hmm.
plane. I was thinking about this. If you have a movie podcast that requires some homework,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
this has become a job for
Mm-hmm.
us, right?
Yeah.
It's a labor of love, but it's a
Yep.
job now.
Right.
And sometimes when we watch a movie, it's like, okay, how am I going to fit this into my schedule? Feels a
Right.
little bit like homework.
Right.
I was like, I would like to watch that new documentary. And I thought, I know, I'll watch it on the plane.
Oh, dude. I love that.
So if you have a movie podcast and you have to do homework like this, the plane is the perfect place. So I'm watching this documentary. Great stuff. This guy next to me, he's doing a side eye at this thing that I'm watching.
Yep.
Does that ever happen to you?
Oh, yeah.
This
I
happened
know.
also when I watched Pumping Iron. The whole plane was giving me the side eye when I watched Pumping Iron on the plane. um, so then he's searching. I see him searching his iPad.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those situations where it's like you can watch it, but it's only on your device on the plane.
Yep. Yep.
And then I look over and he's watching Jaws.
Wow.
So just the imagery he was watching, he's watching Jaws. My practice is don't talk to the person next to me on the plane until you're landing,
Right.
so that I can be extroverted but not too extroverted, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So
I love that practice also.
I asked him because you don't know who you're gonna get stuck with, right?
Yep.
So I was like, Jaws. And he said, yeah, I saw it. He's like, how's that documentary? I said, it was really good. How's the movie? And he was like, it's just good every time.
That's a good review.
And I said, I don't know. And this is my take. It's not a hot take, but it's my take on this movie. I don't know if there's a single misstep in this movie, in the completed edit of this movie.
Yep.
I'm not sure if there's a single problem.
This actually might be perfect.
I think we might have arrived.
Wow.
I've just got goosebumps, dude. This is so
Yeah.
dumb, but I did.
Yep,
Like
me too.
we've been doing this for 5 years, this podcast.
Yeah.
I think this might be the pinnacle. 1975, 50 years ago, we are talking about what might be the perfect movie.
Yep. I mean, made by a 27-year-old Steven Spielberg.
Insane.
Insane, dude.
How old was J Dubs at this point? Do you know? He must be older.
Oh, that's a great point. Hold on.
He's in his 90s now, isn't he?
Yeah. So let's see. All cast and crew. I'm in what most people like to call uh
Yes.
IMDb. Okay.
Yeah, the common parlance.
Okay, so he was
IMDb.
February 8th, 1932. Why don't we have that birthday memorized, bro?
Let's
February
celebrate
8th.
it this year.
Let's celebrate it cuz
Okay,
okay,
great.
so 1932, what
That's
is
he's
so this movie was made
93.
in 70. It came out in 75, but it was made in 74. Um so
Younger than us.
what is 74 minus 32?
So 40,
Anybody?
40, 42, right? Is that right? 42. He's younger than us at this point when he writes
74.
freaking Jaws.
Yep. I don't get it, dude.
I don't get it either. These geniuses, you get to see these young geniuses at work. Um,
Oh man.
it's
I cannot
right.
believe he was 42.
I know. What a
Um,
stud. Both of these guys. You see these guys in these documentaries in the 70s clothes they're wearing, and
I know.
Spielberg's kind of got an afro going at this point in his
Mm-hmm.
career. Um,
Mm-hmm.
baby faced, no
Mm.
facial hair.
Yep. See, sometimes he looks cool and sometimes he doesn't, though. Like sometimes he
That's
looks
true.
really cool, but
I
sometimes he
know.
looks super dorky.
I think
No
he looks
offense, dude.
really cool now.
Oh
He
yeah.
has really aged into himself. It kind of I'm not going to relate myself to Spielberg too much in this episode, just so you know, Nation. But it does kind of remind me of myself where I had no idea what to do with this, right? I'm indicating
Right.
myself until I was like in my 40s.
Yeah. There's got to be a Gomer episode in there, dude, about middle age. Like you finally find your voice, you finally find your look, you
Your
finally
look.
find all
Yeah.
that stuff.
Yep.
Actually, I have one other middle-aged chat real quick.
Okay, what's that?
Please don't look this up. Don't look
Okay,
this up.
I won't.
And maybe you already know. But do you know how old Robert Shaw was when they filmed this?
No, I don't. So
Okay.
yeah, are you going to tell
Quint,
me?
everybody.
Quint, yep.
He was 47.
Right, exactly. So yeah, we have suggested this episode before, which is like guess the age of really old looking celebs and be surprised by their actual age.
Dude, so you and Quint are the same age, dude.
That guy is so he's got like leather skin.
Yeah. Well, okay, like so part of my homework I listen to the rewatchables, okay?
Uh-huh.
No lie. And I anytime I ever quote anybody, you guys know I always cite.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll have two more sites,
Okay.
sightings, whatever you
Mm-hmm.
call it. But they were talking about, sadly, he was like a massive alcoholic
Yeah.
and he drank 10, 15 drinks a time a day. And he got to be
Mm-hmm.
really, really mean.
Yeah.
And
He
he
and
just
Dreyfus in
picked on
particular, I
Richard
think, hated
Dreyfuss.
each other,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
yeah. Um, but so they were saying, and they were saying actually, how actors just looked older. Like you've seen those things like BuzzFeed, you
Yeah,
know,
exactly.
like they're like, why did people used to look so much older?
And it's a little skewed
Uh,
because they're like Paul Rudd at 50, who looks like he's 18 all the time, right? Like, don't use Paul Rudd
right.
in these things. And then
Yeah.
write Robert Shaw at 47.
Yeah, yeah. Well, did you see that Paul Rudd versus Jon Stewart thing?
Uh-uh.
Like when he was on the Daily Show,
No.
and they're like they've been friends for like a really long time, and they put a
Okay.
side by side of them 20 years ago, and then a
Uh-huh.
side by side by them today, and Jon Stewart's like, "Dang it, I'm younger than you, dude, and look at us."
So that's kind of not fair. But yeah, it's something
Right.
in the 70s and 80s where it was like, why do you look so old?
Well,
I
but so
guess
what they were
maybe
the
because he drank 15 drinks a day. That could be.
it's just the cigarettes and the drinking
Hmm.
and the just war worn, I don't know, body.
Yeah,
And so he died only 4 years after this at 51.
right.
So
Yeah.
that's pretty just pretty crazy.
I wonder how old did Roy Scheider live? Looking that up.
Um,
That's Brody, of
that's
course. So
yep,
let me
that's
look.
another middle-aged Chad.
Is he still alive? No, he died
No, he's
in
not.
'08. Yeah.
2008.
Okay. So, and he was born the same year as John Williams. Interesting.
Oh yeah. 75.
He
Interesting.
also looks older than he is, I think, but not in the same way as Robert Shaw does, right?
Right.
Like he
No,
is
no, no.
he is younger than Robert Shaw, but they both look like older guys. Now he is supposed to have very young kids, so that I
Right.
guess youngs him down a little bit, but all these guys, all the three leads kind of look kind of beat up in different ways.
Yeah. Richard Dreyfuss actually at first. So this was fun. Okay, so we watched
Mm.
it with Lily.
Okay.
Isla was on a sleepover
Okay.
because she was preparing for um, a her first away camp this
Mm-hmm.
summer.
Yeah.
And so we, with her friend, were practicing doing sleepovers. Um, our rule has always been not till middle school, but unless it's like a family or like a super duper family friend. Um, but anyway, so she was on a sleepover and it was a Sunday night, and we were like, they all say the Sunday scaries. We
Mm.
were like, let's do a Sunday scary movie.
Okay. Yeah.
And so we watched Jaws, and it was a total blast.
Sweet.
Um, but one of the fun parts,
Uh-huh.
especially watching it with kids that are getting to know movies and actors and all that stuff,
Yeah.
is he was like, "Oh wait, I recognize that Richard Dreyfuss dude."
Oh, I wonder from
And
what?
just well, so just a few weeks earlier, we had watched What About Bob,
Okay. Makes a
and
lot
so
of
she's
sense.
like, "He looks familiar."
Uh-huh.
Oh, and we watched Close Encounters also,
Oh, Lily watched it
but
with
no
you.
beard in Close. His
Right.
his yeah his look actually is quite a bit different in Close Encounters, which is only 2 years later.
And I think on purpose, he didn't want to do Close Encounters either, and Spielberg didn't want to hire him because
Right.
he didn't want to, they didn't want to get in like, a thing where it's like, oh, you
Yeah.
can only do good movies with Dreyfuss.
Right.
But then he ended up hiring him anyway, and I think the clean shaven face was on purpose because
Okay.
of that.
Yeah. Well, and also for that sunburn or sun
Yo, that's right. You needed to see the half
alien,
face sunburn.
you gotta. I mean, the same thing with George Lucas and Harrison Ford, right? Like he didn't want to hire him for
Yep.
partner at Indiana Jones.
Both of these
Wait,
things
Indiana
worked out.
Smith. Indiana Smith, right?
Indiana Smith. Yep. I was watching
Um.
Three Men and a Baby.
Mm,
Tom Selleck is a complete stud and would have worked great in Indiana
definitely.
Jones.
Just
I can
so different.
totally see it. But
Way manlier.
he's probably got 3 inches on Harrison Ford
Yep.
height wise, and he's also just bulkier, you know.
Yep.
So, but he is really funny,
Mm-hmm.
so it would have worked great.
Manlier, maybe funnier,
Maybe funnier,
but
handsomer. Now that's
not
I'm
possible.
not sure. I'm not sure.
Differently handsome.
Differently handsome. Yeah. So I mean, okay. So we should go right into the one sheet. I should
Okay.
think so we can
Okay.
get into the trial.
Great. All right. So Jaws came out in on June. Sorry, I'll edit there. Sorry. Jaws came out June 20th, 1975. I wrote this in my notes. Originally, it was scheduled for to be a Christmas release, and it got
Oh,
delayed. I can't remember
I've
where I
never
heard
heard
that
that.
or why I wrote that, but I wrote that in my notes at some point.
He
Um,
wrote, folks, he wrote, originally scheduled for December 1974, I believe.
yep.
So that's take it with a grain of salt. That is a Gomer, I believe fact.
I that it was something about how the constant delays.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about that.
Yep.
Comes in at 2 hours and 4 minutes. Can't believe it's that long because it
Mm.
goes by like, I mean, it's perfect.
Yep.
Um, PG was the rating.
PG. Yep. That'll come back
Nudity,
when I read the back of the box, but yes.
yeah,
PG.
gory, um,
Bloody nudity.
swearing,
Yep.
scary, jump scares.
hmm
All right, budget $7 million.
hmm
It was supposed to shoot for 55 days, I think, and it ended up shooting for over 150.
Uh-huh.
We'll talk about that.
Yep.
Opening weekend, $7 million. I think the first movie that opened up in all theaters at the same time.
Yeah, it invented the wide release.
That's it. Okay.
Yep.
I mean, does that just mean they have to print a lot of those, you know, reels?
I think that's what it is. I think that's why it wasn't wide release before that. They would just print a certain amount of reels
Mm-hmm.
because those are expensive, and
Mm-hmm.
then those actual physical reels would go from theater to theater.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So like it would
Yep.
play in one theater for a while in a bigger city, and then when it stopped making money, those reels would just go to lesser cities.
Oh. So it's
Probably
fun.
like the quality goes down as it goes
Well,
keeps going.
do you remember that though from like the dollar theater, the $1.50 theater? Like
How bad it looked?
it would actually look bad. Sometimes stuff would be cut. Like
Yeah.
like oh it broke. Sorry.
Well, the might have. I wonder if it was the equipment there and the screens there too. I
Also
mean,
that
those theaters
those
sucked.
yeah, dude, but we used to go to those. I think that's where I saw October Sky actually.
Yeah, I
We
know I
used to
saw
go to
many
those.
movies at the Dollar Theater, Market Square.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Now
Oh
it's
my gosh.
apartment complexes, I think, over there.
Oh, oh yeah, and a high V, I
Oh, yep,
think.
you're right. It is. R.I.P. Hy-Vee. No,
Okay.
Hy-Vee is living. And never mind. Keep going.
All right. Came in at on the box office number one, obviously, for that,
hmm
and number one forever at that point.
hmm
$267 million US and Canada, $477 million worldwide. Reshaped cinema in the summer blockbuster.
Yep.
Won 3 Academy Awards: Best Sound, Best Film Editing, which was Verna Fields. I wanted to look out what else she had edited
She
because
is awesome. They feature her really strongly in that Jaws at 50.
oh, nice.
Yeah, she seems like amazing, and she did an amazing job with what
Okay.
she had with this movie, I think.
Oh, jeez. Well, she deserves the Oscar.
Yes, definitely. I was so glad to see that.
um, Best Music, Original
hmm
Score, John Williams. Duh. Ooh, I wrote John William. Oops. Let me fix that. All right.
There's only one of them, John William.
Based on a book by Peter Benchley,
Yep.
and then was screenplay by Carl Gottlieb, who plays the reporter, right?
Yeah.
The guy that's asking all the questions.
Yep. And he was actually brought in late, I learned, for the comic relief stuff.
Oh yeah, dialing it up.
Yep.
Well, yeah, like shoot, yeah. The original screenplay I think was actually by Peter Benchley, and then
Yep.
Spielberg like crossed out tons of stuff and said, "Please fix this" or something.
Yeah. We'll talk about what was crossed off. It's very interesting.
Ooh, oh,
Yeah.
okay. I
Yep.
guess I should have watched that movie, but I'll just listen to this podcast. Uh, um, I mean, Rotten Tomatoes, 97% critic,
Yeah.
90% audience. I guess the only reason that you wouldn't say this movie is perfect is if you just don't like it. And that's possible.
It's possible. 90% is pretty dang good.
I know we've done movies higher than that.
Oh, yeah, for sure. E.T. was
But
higher than that. Toy Story's higher than that.
yep.
Um, so 97 critic is kind of hard to get
Yeah.
higher than.
Yep. Hmm.
Um, so it's a good movie. Let me read the back of the box, and then we're gonna put it on
But who
trial.
are the three people that said it's not good? You know what I mean? Like, who has the critical hot take that this is
I
not a good movie?
I think they show a couple reviews in that Jaws at 50 that were at first when it came out critical of it.
Got it. Okay. Got it.
But I think even those critics at some point are like, okay, now I get it.
Yeah. Okay.
So there you go. Okay, so I looked far and wide for an original VHS release of Jaws, and I think I found it. Um, so here it is. It says this, and it's one of those 70s, not as long as Superman one.
Nice.
but very bland, I would say, back of the box.
Okay.
Jaws is one of the greatest box office attractions in the history of motion pictures. Director Steven Spielberg has brought Peter Benchley's best-selling novel to the screen with stunning power and unbearable suspense. Roy Scheider as Amity's police chief Brody, Richard Dreyfuss as a young ichthyologist, and Robert Shaw as Quint, the colorful shark fisherman with a touch of the manic, are perfectly cast as the three men who become allied in a life and death hunt to destroy a killer embodying nearly 3 tons of instant white death. Screenplay by Peter Benchley and Carl Gottlieb. That's in the description. And that's how it ends. It's almost like they put it in like a 70s AI. Hey,
Yeah.
what's the 70s version of Chat GPT? And it's just like, here's the facts with a little color. Ichthyologist. Good news, nation. It is in color, rated PG, as we said before, for for spurts, giant spurts of blood coming out of the ocean,
Mm-hmm.
violence, terror, nudity, swearing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
uh, give it a PG.
I'll give it, yeah, parental guidance.
Now there was no PG-13,
Right.
and I think it was like PG, which is like most people can go. R in the 70s was like,
Right.
don't bring a
See,
kid to this at all.
right. We talk about 80s PG. We don't talk about 80s R very much, probably because we haven't seen very many, but basically 80s R is bad, right?
Yeah, so I mean,
Because
yeah, I've been
if
watching.
they're giving it an R, it was like, shoot.
Yeah, I think R was either the for content then no wait for like you shouldn't bring it like you're talking about. You shouldn't bring a kid because there's nudity and there's violence, right? And it's like serious.
Yep.
Or they would do like a kid wouldn't understand this movie. And so we're going to give it an
Mm.
R.
Okay. All
That's
right.
why I think Godfather, even though it does have a lot of violence and nudity is in it, is like a kid just wouldn't understand this.
Okay.
And so don't
Interesting.
bring your kid to it. Lots of the AFI
Got it.
Top 100 movies that we watched are R. And I was
Yeah.
like,
Okay.
it's just because it's confusing or it's you need to have an adult mind to really understand this movie. They've kind of gone away from that now, I think.
Okay, that's a totally different way of looking at it. I guess maybe I was thinking like NC-17. Remember that? It's like
Yeah. So
unrated.
I think there were three then: PG, R, and X.
Oh, right. Well, then triple X.
There's triple X, of course. So I don't think R then was NC-17.
I
I
see. I
think
was
R
thinking
just
of
was
that.
like, well, we have two choices because it's not X, PG or R. Let's go R on this one.
So more for adults. What about was Kramer versus Kramer? Was that R?
So I think maybe it was.
Okay, because that's the kids shouldn't watch that, but it's a great movie.
Right. So that's a PG, that's a
I mean, it
today's
might be difficult for
PG-13.
kids to watch. I mean,
And I think that's what they were doing. Okay.
okay, sorry.
I think we should go into the trial and oh, I wonder what it'll be if we decide whether or not this movie will be perfect. Let's see.
All right. Hey, how's it going
Wait,
over
do we want to
there?
clap?
Oh yeah.
Oh
Well,
shoot.
I
Oh
just
no.
cracked it. I can't
Oh
redo that.
boy. No, you can't do that. Sorry, nation.
How's it going? I'm just gonna keep going and then we'll go back. How's it going over there? Joe, this is not a perfect episode,
Oh,
but this is a perfect movie. Also, I'll be editing it on the plane, so any future Anthony coming in, it'll be on that. All right.
um,
Okay, let's clap.
that's probably pretty apropos for how the production of this movie was.
That's a good point. It's like too late. I have one soda here and I cracked it already.
We've got it on tape. We only have a certain amount of tape to use. So
This is it.
keep rolling, even if the shark is like tail first out of the water and you can see all of the machinery of it.
Keep rolling.
Keep rolling. Maybe we can use that. Okay, here we are in the trial. This is how it works. We pick a movie that we love, we talk through it, and then we act as its defense counsel. and present evidence, two exhibits apiece, or whatever. We've kind of gone away from that. But when we get there, we chunk in like this as we attempt to prove to you, listener, and to one another that the movie is perfect and not only good. When we're done, I get a vote, Stephen. Anthony gets a vote, Stephen, and then you, the listener, act as judge, jury, and possibly executioner because 75% yes from you is needed for a yay from you. And then
Mm-hmm.
three yeses, perfect movie. We send it up to Zod for him to watch and be converted into a nice gentleman because it's such a good movie.
Mm.
No sharks on Krypton,
Nope.
probably.
They'd be like,
No
was there even any
water,
water?
no ocean, as far as
Be
I can
like,
tell.
what the heck is that thing? What is water? Why is water scary? Maybe really scary. Like it's so unknown. It's like space.
Oh, good call. Right. So, like, you know how scared people were to swim after
Mm-hmm.
this movie?
Yep.
Zod would be scared into becoming good by
Mm.
this movie.
Nice. I like it.
Uh, Scared straight is Zod here. Um, so uh, Jaws. How old were you when you saw Jaws
Here,
for the
pause
first
there.
time? Do
Let's
you
do our
know?
clap. Let's do our clap.
Okay, great.
1, 2, 3, clap,
One, two, three, clap.
clap. Great. All right.
I'll
Ask
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 that
me that
question
again.
again. How? When did you first see Jaws? How young were you? I mean, you were saying you just showed Lily.
Yeah. Okay, so remember once again, my family wasn't as into movies as your family was. Well, actually, okay, as we are.
Sure.
Not
Yep.
yeah. And so like I'm super excited to show Lily this, right? I don't think my dad, who's probably listening right now, was like, I can't wait for the moment where I get to show Anthony Jaws.
Yeah.
So I 1,000% knew the score before I knew
Oh,
the
yeah.
movie.
Yep.
So it
Makes
was on
sense.
my kid stuff,
It's
right?
stuff which was a
John
John
Williams,
Williams compilation CD.
Boston Pops, the
Yeah.
orange CD. The CD was actually orange.
Kids stuff or
No,
kid stuff.
kid stuff, one word, one F.
One
Kid
F.
stuff. Yeah, like it's
Wait a
kid
minute.
stuff. I think it's one F, maybe it's two.
I
Oh
hope
wait,
it's one F.
wait, it's one S.
Oh, one S. Kid
Kid
stuff
stuff.
with two F's. Okay. I really wanted it to be one F. Oh, well.
Yep. So I knew that.
Yeah.
Honestly probably college, dude.
Okay. Well, I've
Probably
got news for
college.
you. It was college for me too.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. It was just not on like when we talked about Close Encounters, that was like elementary school. I was watching Close Encounters for some reason.
Okay.
E.T. obviously for both of us.
Mm, yeah.
That was kid stuff for sure. I mean, we were watching that when we were kids, right?
Yep.
Indiana Jones, that kind of Spielberg.
Yep.
Um, I think for some reason, Jaws was not on that list.
Mm,
And it was college before I watched it, probably on a 19-inch TV,
mm,
VHS, um, and was like, okay, I get it.
mm-hmm.
And there
Yeah.
was a maybe some, I don't quite remember all of the ins and outs of this, but I wonder if part of it was like a movie about a shark. Like, okay,
Yeah, I think Spielberg Williams for me was E.T. was
mm-hmm.
like um I think and Hook and then
Oh,
eventually
right, yeah,
Jurassic Park. Like
uh-huh,
so it's like
obviously,
that's
yep,
kind of what Spielberg Williams was for me was those kind of like more and Indiana Jones.
mm-hmm.
Right? Like Jaws seemed I can't remember I can't remember what I said about Close Encounters, but that it seemed like early Spielberg and it's like, "Oh, I'll check that out someday."
Right, exactly.
You know?
Me too. Yep. And
Yeah.
True Gomer confession, I had also a John Williams compilation CD. I can't remember what it's called. It wasn't kid stuff, but I think it had all the
You
same
had
things on it.
you had the one, the Boston Pops and Spielberg and Williams are on it, right? Like the Spielberg Williams collaboration, maybe?
There were non-Spielberg stuff on this. It was all Williams stuff, but
Okay, okay.
but Cowboys was on there.
Love.
So that's not Spielberg, right? So it was a lot
No.
of Williams stuff on that. I would skip the Jaws track.
Mm,
And I would also skip the Close Encounters track because they just were more of the soundscape,
yep.
less leitmotif, less fun songs.
Actually, I'm 100% with you. I still do that. I don't really
Yeah.
know. Hot take. I don't
Hmm.
like listening to the John Love. Sorry,
Hmm.
I don't like listening to the Jaws score. I don't like
Mm-mm.
listening to the Close Encounters score. They're not. I like. I love them. I love like sitting and listening to them. But like in the car, you know what I
Apart
mean?
from the
They're
movie, they're not that. uh, I need that
yeah.
visual at the end, the final scene of Close Encounters. I need the visual.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
And I love those five notes,
Mm-hmm.
but a lot of Close Encounters, it's like
Yeah. Right.
violins like dig, 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 dig. What is that called?
Yeah.
Tremolo?
Tremolo. Yeah.
It's so much tremoloing. And then the Jaws score is just a lot of very quiet, low brass,
Mm-hmm. Well, and
tension
remember
building.
we played it 5, 6 years ago with ASO,
Oh, no, I
and
don't remember that. Huh.
the first act,
Yeah.
there's like a 30, I want to say there's like a 30-minute section where bassoons don't even play at all.
Wow. You're just
Where actually
sitting.
the orchestra doesn't even play at all. There's a
It's pretty
lot.
sparse, huh?
Yeah, the first half, the first act
Yeah.
is really sparse, but then obviously it like when you're flipping the book,
Mm-hmm.
the score, and then you get to intermission and most of it's still left.
Wow.
You know,
Okay.
it's one of
Interesting.
those.
That makes sense. And it also makes sense because the second half of this movie is on the water, right?
Yep.
Like
Right.
the first half is a lot of, maybe I should just start chunking.
Oh yeah. Sweet.
I'm gonna start chunking. Okay?
Okay.
Uh, I'll chunk in. Jaws is a movie about a shark, right?
Mm.
When you say like, what is Jaws, right? You
Hmm.
s- it- you you're like, yeah, it's that shark movie. But as I've watched it since college, I usually watch it in July.
Yes. Yep.
Never gets old to me.
Mm-mm.
I see something new every time.
Yep.
And something that I love about Jaws is that it's about the people. It
Mm.
wouldn't work if it was just about a shark. And there have been so many movies about sharks, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the the thing that I love most about this movie recently, this changes a lot. I'm gonna put I'm gonna put one man on the stand here.
Okay.
And it's the guy that goes, what? Do you know this guy?
I don't know if I do.
Okay, I'm gonna play him for you.
Oh, good.
Um,
What?
it's during the wrong shark scene. Remember when they catch the wrong shark?
Oh, yeah. Yep. Uh-huh. Yeah.
And Dreyfus knows that it's the wrong shark,
Yep.
but there's this guy, and I just want you to listen to this guy. I hope you can hear it.
Got a deep throat,
Can you hear
Frank.
this?
Yeah, but what kind? What kind of shark?
Tiger shark.
A what?
Okay, I gotta play it again. He's this. He's actually this massive man. He's the shark
Hmm.
hunter, right? One of the
Yeah.
shark hunter of a fisher, I should say,
Yep.
fisherman on Amity Island, which is where is it filmed
Oh,
again?
that's made up, but yeah, it's filmed on location in Martha's
In
Vineyard.
Martha's Vineyard, right? Um, let me play it for you
Think
again.
it's from a cove. Got a deep throat, Frank. Yeah, but what kind? What kind of shark?
Tiger shark.
A what?
What?
Oh, what?
We watch that over and over again. We say it all the time. Here's my evidence. There are only 6 Hollywood actors in this movie.
Mm.
Everyone else is locals from Martha's Vineyard.
Hmm. Interesting.
And
I didn't know that.
there is this richness of casting in this movie
Mm.
that makes it perfect for me. That you
Wow.
won't find anymore, and it was due to the budget. So the 6 Hollywood actors are the ones that you wrote on the one sheet,
Oh, yeah.
plus one, I think. So it's the 3 leads, those 3 scruffy dudes,
Three
Then
R's:
it's
Roy
then
Scheider,
it's
Robert Shaw, Richard Dreyfuss. Yep.
right. Then it's the who is the what's the actress
Lorraine
name?
Gary.
Right, Lorraine
Ellen.
Gary, and then the mayor,
Yep. Marie Hamilton.
and then I think it's Scheider's deputy. I can't remember his name. Is the sixth
Oh
guy
yeah.
they bring in from California, from LA.
Right.
Every other casting in this movie is a local.
That's amazing. And Carl Gottlieb screenplay plays the.
Right, that's
But I mean,
right.
but he's just there writing, right?
I know.
Like,
And Peter Benchley is the news reporter.
okay, all right.
But those guys aren't Hollywood actors either. So
Mm-hmm.
the I love I love those six leads. Even more, I love the people on the island
Hmm.
because I could watch the scene where the ferry arrives and
Yep.
all of those people come out
Mm-hmm.
and everyone looks weirder than the last and they look like real people. When you're on the beach
Yeah.
and the beach is full of people
Yeah.
and they don't look like people look in movies today.
Right. Where everybody's like perfect looking. It's like the cast of Lost on a plane, right?
Right, exactly.
It's like what the beach looks like in a movie now.
Right, why are all these people on the plane again?
Right.
The
Yeah.
most attractive people in the world.
Yep.
Um, his kids. Like that
Mm-hmm.
scene, that beautiful scene where he's upset, Roy Scheider is upset,
Mm-hmm.
and has his head in his hands, and the kid mimics it,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then he's like, "Arr," and the kid
Yeah.
mimics it. That's just some kid,
Mm. Really?
like
I
who
didn't
was
know
like
that.
around. And so I love that so much. And I guess we could talk about some of the reasons for this. So much of the movie is not you looking at a shark and being scared.
Right.
There is the first half of the movie where there's no score, I guess,
Right.
is just living in this space of Amity Island and starting to care for the people because they're real people.
Mm.
And they make weird choices and they say things like what that would be cut now, but they're like, this is what we got, let's put it in. And it's one of my favorite moments in film history.
It's like that guy on Napoleon Dynamite when he's like eating the egg and he's like,
Yes.
like you can't but it was just the camera was just on a local dude.
Yep, it's very very similar because they both of those movies had low budgets
Mm-hmm.
and they're like, anybody want to be in a movie,
Mm-hmm.
whether that's in farmland in Idaho or on
Yeah.
Martha's Vineyard,
Right.
right? Like, and everybody's like, okay. They show
Oh,
up. They say,
okay.
stand here, stand there. Can you just like ad lib a little bit? Can you guys just be talking in the background?
Right.
And then they get gold.
Totally. Actually, here, let me tag onto this and chunk in too.
Great. I love it.
Okay. I want to say that I love that it was shot on location. So you
Mhm.
love that it was using just everyday normal people that lived there.
Right.
I think because so they talked about this in the Inside edition or
Mhm.
Inside Story, whatever it was, that they wanted him to film it in a big, like outside a lot in a big water tank, like they shot Star Trek 4 whale scenes.
Right,
Right.
where they're just like fans blowing wind on them.
Yep.
Right. Like,
And that works for Star Trek 4 because there's just two scenes in the water.
oh yeah. Yep.
Uh,
Definitely.
but dude, just like how you get a what? You get just the salt air and
Yep.
the houses and the 70s cars
Mhm.
and the town hall
Yeah.
and nothing's a set.
I
Like,
don't know. Yeah, the only thing that I heard is a set
okay.
is, well, and it's not even a set. It's what's her name? Vera, the editor.
Oh, yeah. Verna Fields.
That's right. Verna Fields, they were editing
Mm-hmm.
at Verna Fields' house,
Okay.
and they're like, we need one more scare.
Okay.
What if they went under the water
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
and the
Okay.
head comes out, right? That
Yes. Yeah, I heard
that
this.
decapitated head or whatever. And
Yeah.
so they do it in her pool.
Okay, yeah.
They're like, "Oh, you have a
Crazy.
pool. Let's wait until it's night. Let's light it creepily. Let's put some sort of shipwreck down in your pool." Um, but the rest of it, you're right. That town hall, it's real.
Yep. You can't build aging like that, like patina, like an old town
Mm-hmm.
hall
Yeah.
or police station or dock. You know,
Mm-hmm.
they like all those boats, everything there on the water, right? Like you can't with fans and on a even in like a lake, you can't
Yeah.
create those kind of you can't create that look. You can't make it up.
Right. I think that like Star Trek 4, I didn't even think about Star Trek 4. You can kind of see that there's an end to the water.
Yeah,
No matter
right.
what they try, you can see it doesn't go to the horizon.
Yep, yep.
It's like Truman Show style wall
Yeah,
right
yeah,
there,
yeah.
right?
Right.
Which works fine. And
Yep.
I'm not like grumpy about Star Trek 4
Right.
when they land the Klingon ship in the water and it's supposed to be under the under the Golden Gate Bridge, right?
Yep.
But it is so not. I'm
Right.
not mad about that. I think it's what you said. It's That's because it's one scene, two scenes. If you're gonna
Yeah.
film a movie about the ocean
Mm-hmm.
and about the a town that's on the ocean,
Yeah.
you feel the salt. I think you
Uh-huh.
said salt air. You kind of
Uh-huh.
feel it, you taste it, you smell it, you see it
Mm.
having degraded things
Yeah.
in the town.
Yeah.
It sounds like they're outside.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Everything looks weathered.
Yep.
Everything looks like it like you can see it, taste it, smell it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean one of my other evidences that I thought of that I'm not going to use right now, but is that it's a perfect summer movie in that you
Mm.
feel like you know exactly what it feels like to be there.
Yes.
Like
And I love that they set you in time, right? It's the July 4th weekend.
yeah, that's
And
perfect.
it looks like the July 4th weekend, right? Even though
Mm-hmm.
they did film it earlier, and so I guess the ocean was freezing.
Mm, dang.
But it looks like it looks like summer. It feels and it sounds like summer.
I wonder how they did that with people in swimsuits and being cold. Like, how did they do that?
People
Because it
were
actually
cold.
it looks hot.
It looks hot.
Like
Yep.
people aren't covered in goosebumps
No, they've
and
got full sun in that scene and in most scenes. You hardly
yeah,
see any
maybe
clouds in this scene in this movie at all.
yeah. Huh. So maybe they filmed actually maybe it'd be better to film some of that stuff when it's not incredibly hot.
Oh yeah,
If the
good
sun's
call.
out.
Yep. Then you can be out there for 6 hours, 7 hours, and
Mm.
people are
Hmm.
fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I think honestly, dude, I think that if I were to do this next year, I might have a different evidence.
Yep.
But the past couple of years, I have just like paused and rewound and looked for the locals.
Oh,
They're wearing their clothes.
I gotta see this next time.
Yeah, next time you look at it, they're just wearing their own clothes. I don't think there's much costuming in this movie.
Mm. Yeah, so who oh yeah, because Richard Dreyfuss said he, he said they started filming, I think, on April 2nd or something, and
Okay.
he was hired on March 31st and
Mm,
was working on no, he was hired after it started shooting.
that's right.
So it's
I
like they
think you're
started
right.
shooting on the second, he was hired on the third, he filmed a scene on the fourth, or
Mm,
something
wow.
crazy like that. So like it's not even like he had time to grow a beard or get
Hmm.
a costume or change his hair or his glasses. It's like just come
Just come and we'll
come
give
with
you
what
a
you got.
vest or
Yeah.
whatever it is. Wear your clothes. We'll give you a vest. Get out there.
Yeah. Okay, now what so the lady, the mom, right,
Hmm.
that gets so mad. So who's that?
Hmm. She's a
Is that a
local.
Jeez, dude, that's
And
she looks perfect, dude.
I know. And that slap scene, the
Mm-hmm.
slap scene,
Mm.
the most famous slap until Will Smith slapped.
Yep. Right.
Like that is gut wrenching,
Yep.
and it's just I wonder if part of it is these people just know about the ocean. They know how
Mm,
scary it can be.
yeah.
They know how devastating it would be if tourists couldn't come, and so they're upset about the prospect of that,
Yep.
thinking about what that would be like, that it would basically destroy them for years if the July 4th weekend was shut down.
Yeah. Totally. So that there's like a interesting ethical slash political dilemma at the
Mm-hmm.
center of this movie
Yes.
where the mayor is like, no, 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 we're all good. Everything's okay. Right?
Yep.
Like, oh, we found a shark. Yeah, that's definitely it. We're all good. Everybody keep
Mm-hmm.
coming. You cannot close down 4th of July. And
Right.
it is an interesting dilemma. Obviously, life supersedes money. Duh. But
Mm-hmm.
it is an interesting dilemma in that, like, dude, these people's livelihoods are based on the local economy, which is based on tourism and
I
people
and I
visiting this a couple
yes.
months a year.
Yep.
And if you scare everybody away, this place, people might not come back next year, and then it might be a thing, and then we lose
Yeah.
our money, and then everybody moves away, and then it falls apart, you know?
Right. And so I think that's probably part of my evidence that it's about people,
Mm,
because if that dilemma that you're talking about wasn't in it,
yeah.
it actually helps to build tension around the shark.
That's really good. Yes, that builds a lot of intrigue and tension and like what would I do? You know,
Yep.
like Spock, right? He's like the good of the good of the many outweighs the good of the few or
Back to
the
Star
one.
Trek. Yeah. And so I just think it's I remembered impressing me when I first watched it in college. This isn't just a movie about a shark. It's
Oh
a movie
yeah,
about this
right.
town. And that's why the movie is good. And that's why movies that are just about scary sharks aren't good.
Yeah,
You need
you're
some
right.
sort of human element. And um, now that's in Benchley's book, so that helps a lot.
Uh
Um, I'll just mention real quick. I don't know if this is chunkable, but maybe why not? I'll chunk. In the original book, so this evidence is what they cut out from the book.
ah,
So I remember looking at the book when I was in middle school at the library, looking at the cover because it's the same image
yeah.
and being freaked out.
Mm. Yeah, the poster's even scary. Yeah.
That poster, is that a perfect poster? We haven't
Perfect
done an
poster.
episode on perfect poster yet. We're gonna do it, but that is a freaking great poster.
Yeah, I kind of want it.
And I think they went around and around on what the poster should be, and then they're just like, just do the book cover.
It's like The Godfather, dude.
Yes, that's right. Yep. Um, so I have never read the book, but I've read about the book
Okay.
because I think I said this when I did my top 10 special this past this past December of my books of the year. Nothing is more fun than reading for me than reading about reading. Reading
Mm.
about books. I love that.
Yeah.
So I've read a lot about Jaws, the book, and Peter Benchley does even more with like so there's a mob element in the book.
Oh, I heard that. Yeah, so like yeah, they were like pressuring the mayor not to shut down because yeah.
The mayor is involved in the mob, owes a bunch of money.
Okay, yep.
And so if he doesn't, so that's even more of a incentive for him to not shut down. But
Yeah.
I think Spielberg was like, it's too much. I actually do want it to be about the shark a little bit, this movie,
Yeah.
right? And so it's enough that if he shuts down, the town will die. You know, that's
Yep.
enough of a, that's enough tension.
Oh, that's
Um,
good. Yeah.
yeah. So
You
that
didn't
was a
need that.
Spielberg call,
Hmm.
and it was the right call, I think.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Um, I would probably be complaining at this point if he had put that in that they should take it out.
Okay. Well, he did.
He
There, I
did.
had heard also he cut that what was it? Hooper and Brody's wife had an affair
That's
in the
the other
book.
big cut. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'd be complaining about that right now, wouldn't we?
Yeah, you don't need that.
Don't need that at all.
I actually
There.
love the relationship of Brody and his wife, Ellen.
Yep.
I
Me
think it's a
too.
good relationship. I love the kid dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
I love that they get him a boat for his birthday, and
Yeah.
she's like, "Let him ride it." And then she sees the picture of the
Of
shark attacking
the
the boat, and he's like,
mangled
"Get
person.
back in here!"
Great scene.
Yeah,
Yeah. Really funny. She's
great.
great.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
like
And
the
so
line where she's like, "You want to just get drunk and fool around?"
mhm, they're
Super.
dancing.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's great.
that's
All of
summer.
that personal touches. That's summer too. Yeah, you're right. You can
Hmm.
tell it's hot in their house.
Yep.
Uh, and yeah, everything about the people I really love. And I haven't even talked about we have a little bit talked about the dynamic between the three leads. For some reason, the locals really stood out to me more the past couple years. So,
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was thinking about how so there is Jaws 2, there's a sequel, but how there's never been a remake. But
mm-hmm.
there's like this is a what hast thou wrought,
Yes.
which we've talked about. Jurassic Park was Jaws on land.
Mm-hmm.
What was the next one by Spielberg? Uh, so remember we said
After Jurassic Park, or what do you
I
mean?
thought we said Jurassic Park was Jaws on land,
Oh,
and then something was Jaws in space. Well, that's Alien, but that's not
yes.
Spielberg.
Right. Um,
Um,
it's very similar, and then it did become a. So that's interesting how you say that, right? Like it did become a trope, or like a everybody wanted a Jaws after that.
uh-huh.
The only person who really did it right was Spielberg
Yep.
again with Jurassic Park, and
Yes.
it's not about sharks at all.
Yeah, no, but that's right. Like there's a huge human element to
Uh-huh.
what makes Jurassic Park so perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Is there's an ethical dilemma in the middle of it. You didn't stop to think about whether you should, right?
Yep.
Um, and then there's people in peril,
Yeah.
and it's kids, which by the
Yep.
way, I just wanted to mention, I didn't know those kids were local, like you said, but I
Uh-huh.
just wrote in my notes, I was like, again, Spielberg with kids, dude.
Yeah.
He gets them to act. Even like local
How
kids, right?
does he do that?
Right? Close Encounters, perfect. This,
Yep.
perfect.
You see him in behind the scenes stuff with Goonies working with the kids.
Mm,
It's like what a genius with that. And so l- m- we can talk about the shark. Should we talk about the shark?
sure. Yeah, let's talk about actually, let's go to my evidence about that, okay?
Okay, great.
Hot take, super lame, just like we didn't talk about the super cool camera shot that everybody loves, which actually friggin' rules.
And which we did a whole episode about. Remember we did Spielberg face episode
Yep.
for
Yep.
13.1s, I think, and that was at the top. It's the double zoom. Is that what you're talking
Yep.
about?
Yep.
Physically pulling out the camera
Yep.
and zooming in at the same time. That's the
Mm.
on Brody on the beach.
It's the Jaws shot.
Yeah,
Absolutely perfect. But we're
perfect.
not talking about that
No,
because everybody talks about that.
talk about something else everyone talks about.
Yes. So, okay, here's how I'm going to frame this, dude.
Okay,
Is I think a evidence to why this is perfect is I'm just going to call they rolled with the punches.
okay, I love that.
So everything fell apart constantly.
Mm-hmm.
The uh the shooting went from 50 to 150 days,
Yeah.
and the shark just fell apart and sucked, right?
I mean, maybe the reason why people talk about this so much is it is kind of fun to talk about.
It is fun. I mean, I heard this thing where they were like for 24 hours a day they
Uh-huh.
were messing with this shark because they would
Never not
dry it.
working on the shark.
Yeah, like dry it, repaint it, submerge it, film it, and that like dry it, repaint it, submerge it, film it, and it was all useless.
On this Jaws of 50 thing, they show I think they have four sharks.
Wow, okay.
one from head on, and
Mm,
everything behind it is machinery.
okay.
One from the right side, and the left side is all machinery, and then the opposite, and then one from the back. Or no,
Okay.
it was one that they would just kind of like drag through the water that doesn't have any mechanics at all.
Okay. Got it.
But and then they kept saying the big mistake we made was we forgot it was going to be in the ocean. And so we forgot about salt.
Oh, got it.
And
Interesting.
not that they forgot. That's not the right reason. They just didn't plan that. And so the salt
Yeah.
would like eat away at everything they've done. And just every time they put this thing in the water, it would destroy it. And it looks miserable, dude. I would I don't know how we have this movie.
Yeah, so that,
I would
well,
have quit.
I mean, we've got Verna Fields, we've got
Hmm.
John Williams, we've got
Yep.
the performances, we've got the locals, and we've got the genius of Steven Spielberg who rolled with the punches, dude. Like,
Yeah.
imagine the producer coming to you with dailies or something, and you're like,
Hmm.
that looks horrid, dude.
Hmm.
Like that, but then now I guess I don't remember the I'm sure it was Spielberg, but the decision moment when it was like just don't use those shots.
Yeah,
Like
I
when
think
was
it's
that?
it must have been it. wh- My guess is because the shoot went so long that they
Hmm.
really wanted a lot of shark in this movie, right? So they
That would
film a
suck
ton of
so
stuff.
bad.
I know. And so I don't know this for sure, but I wonder if it was actually at Verna Field's house in the editing room. Like, uh,
Wow.
you know, we have a lot of great footage, and the people stuff is great, and the tension building stuff is great. And what if we just didn't show the shark very much
Mm.
because it sucks and it'll ruin it?
Okay, but
There are
not
some
only
goofy A shots they have that they show in all these documentaries. Like if they showed that part, I would be immediately taken out of this movie.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, because the stuff that they do show, just like he says in Back to the Future 2,
Hmm.
looks fake.
It does
Like Quint getting
look
eaten,
fake.
we were laughing.
Mm.
Like we were like Lily was LOLing.
When
Like
he was
the
getting
only
eaten.
yeah, like we were LOLing, dude. Like like when it goes by and it's like ugh, like by the side of the boat, it looks so tall. Its eye
Yeah,
looks dead. It's
yeah. But when you see the shadow of it,
oh yeah,
or the dorsal fin, which is actually how sharks work,
yikes,
we
dude, that is
know that if you see
scary.
just that fin, your imagination fills in the gap of what's under there.
So right. Maybe that should have been the name of this evidence is like dorsal fin.
Yeah.
Like because that's all you need. And Spielberg and Verna Fields knew that. So not only did they edit out the sucky stuff, but it actually hot like basic take, but
Mm.
it actually made it better that it's not in there at all. Even if it would
Oh
have been
yeah.
good, even
Not
if it
even
would have been
better, but
CGI
perfect.
good.
I think that's what makes this movie perfect,
Yes.
is how little you see the shark.
Yeah, Spielberg
And
in a documentary said it was a godsend that it looked horrible.
wow. Yeah.
That's what he
I mean,
said.
we can learn something from that, right? Like
Yeah.
maybe when things don't work in life, it's a
Mm,
godsend
yeah.
and you need to work around it in creative ways. The
Yeah.
reason why I wanted to talk about that right now is because we're talking about Jurassic Park, and I think it was a similar thing where they were like, how do we make these dinosaurs look good?
Mm,
Very early CGI, right? We talked about this in our first episode
yep.
of this show.
Yep. Yep.
And it just wasn't quite what he knew audience would respond to.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
he's like, let's focus on the people
Mm-hmm.
and let's show these dinosaurs very sparingly. And
Mm-hmm.
let's always make it raining
Oh yeah. Yeah. You're
for
right.
so that things can be forgiven a little
Yeah.
bit. Dark and raining.
Perfect.
And then when you do see the gallimimuses in the day, it doesn't quite look as good.
Mm-hmm. And
Um,
doesn't age quite as well.
right, exactly. Um, So when does the shark look good to you? Are there times in this movie when the shark looks good to you at all?
I feel like the when it passed by the side of the boat, we were laughing. When he was getting eaten, we were laughing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even though it's scary and gross, but
Yeah.
we were like, can't not look at it. Like,
I
you
know.
know, and I mean that's also classic teenager stuff too. Like, LOL, look at how dumb that
Yeah,
looks.
one of Jack and Noah's favorite scenes from Superman is when Lois Lane is just falling off the building and just has her hands in the air. She's like,
Oh yeah, oh
ah! You
yeah,
can tell she's just standing on the ground and they're shooting her from the waist up with her hands in the air. So,
right.
I mean, it's back then, you watch interviews of people coming out of Jaws
Uh-huh.
and they are shaken to the core,
Hmm.
s- terrified by this. This movie was in the horror section at Blockbuster, right?
Right.
It's a horror movie. Um,
Right.
I think the shark looks good when it passes underneath the little sailboat in the bay
Oh yeah.
and it's kind of on
Yup.
its side
Yup.
and shark ichthyologists whatever say that's how a shark would move. It would kind of go on its side. And so
Oh,
I
cool.
think it looks good to us because it's actually how a shark would do it, even though probably it was a mistake.
Yeah, it just kind of rolled. I mean, I think, yeah, I agree. Like those ominous scenes or like shots like that are definitely good. I think the movement of it slightly reminded me of like Universal Studios. Like,
Well, yeah, because
you know what I mean?
they have a Jaws shark at
You're right.
Universal Studios that probably looks better than the
Yeah.
one in the movie because
Um,
animatronics have gotten better so in
yeah.
50 years.
But the real shots with the cage,
Yeah,
that stuff is scary.
when you see real sharks, real
Yep.
footage of sharks
Hmm.
that they just use. Now you can tell they're much smaller than Jaws is supposed to be.
Right. Well, so I heard in that inside story that they used a little person in a suit.
Oh,
That
you mean to be Dreyfus? I
yeah.
didn't hear
So like
this.
so Richard Dreyfuss. That's what they did to make like scale. I guess.
It was the 70s.
Right.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, that's pretty good. Again, he's using what he's got. Was there a little person on
Oh no.
Martha's Vineyard? Must
I
have been.
don't know.
So the I think the shark looks good, and maybe it's just because of the jump scare when Scheider's throwing chum in kind of behind his
Oh
back,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes. Oh yeah.
and
I
it
agree.
and it comes out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yep.
And I think it's a great jump scare. There's no score there,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
so you don't have any warning,
There's no you're so right.
which you're
Yeah.
used to at that point because of the two notes. You're always kind
Uh-huh.
of getting a warning up to that point, but you don't there. And so that's the case where J Dubs is probably like, we don't need it there. Actually, it would be scarier.
Yeah. That is so good.
And you see it for a
yeah.
split second, and it's just the right amount. Just like give us a little.
Yep. Nope, that looked really good. That jump scare and the jump scare that you were talking about in Verna Field's swimming pool,
Yep.
those
Scary.
legitimately scared all three of us. I knew they
Mhm.
were coming. Aaron had actually not seen it, maybe ever, or since maybe college-ish.
Or maybe just clips of it. Like
Yeah, maybe just
a lot of people have probably seen parts of Jaws, but maybe
yes.
not the whole thing.
Yeah, because there's so much more story than you actually remember.
Yes.
There's a lot of
So
story, and there's
good.
marriage stuff, and there's
Yep.
like there I mean like the whole monologue for Quint. uh oh, there we
You
go.
said my final chunk in, but yeah, maybe we can get
Nice.
to the monologue. I just wanted to recognize the monologue, right?
No,
Like
great.
I think you're right that the all those things fill it out.
Mm-hmm.
So when you see the shark or you're confronted with the shark, there's some sort of magic in the rest of the movie that
Mm-hmm.
makes those scenes, even if some of the shark looks a little goofy,
Mm-hmm.
um, it makes it scary. You are scared because the people you care about are scared. Does that
Yes,
make sense? I think that Jurassic
absolutely.
Park is that too, and it's the whole Spielberg eyes, Spielberg face thing. You are
Mm-hmm.
scared, you are moved, you are surprised or amazed because people that you care about are.
Mm-hmm.
He's
Yep.
just got an empathetic kind of movie making in that way.
He just knows how you're gonna watch it, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, looking at a 27-year-old, he knows what is gonna be seen,
Mm-hmm.
and he knows what like how it's gonna be seen.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, he can just envision. Uh, yeah, he can just envision like, dude, this is a bassoon thing. But I remember one of my teachers saying one of his favorite things about another one of my teachers is that he's like in the practice room, he knew what it would sound like in the concert hall.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And he was like, I think that's one of his like superpowers
Yep.
is he could like previs
Mm-hmm.
because that's really hard to do.
It's good preaching too. You
Yeah,
know, when you think about the people listening, you don't think
mm,
about what you want to say. So
yeah,
you do think about
that's
what you want
great.
to say, but a good public speaker thinks about the listener.
Yeah,
You
that's
even
really good. Yeah.
you even think about faces you know that are going to be in the crowd. How would
Mm,
this and you try to think about people that would react differently to this statement you're about to make. How can I nuance that?
yeah.
Spielberg is such a, and I think he gets, in his later career not so much anymore, but he gets dinged for this, that he's too broad,
Hmm.
right? Like he's not
Oh, right.
specific enough.
Yeah, like yeah, he it's like a criticism that he appeals to many.
How
Like,
dare he?
oh shoot, so many people like my stuff. Like,
And I get it. I like movies. I like when I like a movie that nobody else likes,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
right? Because I'm like, that's specific for me. And
Yeah,
I like being able to go to a movie and say, I get why a certain kind of person would like this, and it's not for me, and that's okay.
mm-hmm.
Spielberg was able to, especially in the 80s, make movies that everyone likes.
Mm.
Right? It's a real talent.
Yeah, I mean, E.T.
Yep.
maybe even more.
I think so. Indiana Jones, we're talking about, right? Like,
Yep,
and then Jurassic Park.
yep.
The, you can show these movies to people who have never seen them 40, 30, 50 years later, and they're like, oh, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
It's magic.
I don't know who you could put in front of E.T. and they wouldn't be crying at the end.
Yeah. I mean, except for I do have a staff who is terrified of ET.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
There,
Actually, I could
there
see
is that
being scared of
subset who
E.T.
are
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
they
yeah.
don't like Gollum, they don't like ET because
Sure,
they're little creepy
sure.
creatures.
I got it. It's kind of
That's the
weird.
reason. And I think you're probably right about the 10% who don't like Jaws, maybe are just really scared of sharks.
Yeah, it's true. Uh, have you seen this the release of Wizard of Oz at Sphere?
Yes, I have.
Oh my gosh, dude! Like, talk
Should
about a
we
movie that everybody
should we
likes. That's what
go?
they say. They're like, "Is
I
this the
know.
most?" But Jaws is in that convo.
Yep. Uh, and it is subtle. It's this subtle horror movie where you're like, I know when to be scared,
Yeah.
and it doesn't have to be broadcast to me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then it's just pre-CGI. You can tell the effort. So you're
Mm-hmm.
talking about like go with the punches. I
Mm-hmm.
think the other side of that is you can tell how hard this was.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. So, like, just as an example of that, there was Chris Ryan, well, like a film critic, was talking about how originally Spielberg, just from a cinematography standpoint, wanted the cameras to be mounted on the boats,
Yeah.
and cinematographers were like, "Dude, everybody will be throwing up in the theater because it'll
Ah.
be rocking back and forth the whole time." It's like, "No, it's going to look real." And so this would be an example of him listening to a cinematographer,
Mm.
and they're like, dude, you need like there's tons of handhelds in this." And that's rolling with the punches, being on the
So
thing.
so is that because when it's handheld, you can adjust the camera as the waves go up and down? Do you know what I mean? And if it's
Yes.
attached to the actual structure of the boat, you're getting like like everywhere. So
Yeah.
that's a case where a handheld actually steadies the shot.
Yep. Yeah, because
Okay.
that's handcrafted, right? It's like
Yep.
that's human as
Mm.
opposed to like mechanical.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
that's craft. But dude, he mentioned it as an observation from this movie, a cinematography documentary from 1992 called Visions of Light
Oh,
that I
okay.
watched the first 5 minutes of, and I was like, "Is this the best thing I've ever seen?"
Wait, I think I've seen Visions of Light. It's a
You
documentary, you say?
you might have seen it.
Yeah, I
It
think I've seen it.
it's like a YouTube. I mean, it's on Vimeo and YouTube and stuff, and it's like, why don't I take an hour
I
and a
ha
half and watch this? And I was
I have
like,
seen
this
it.
is too special. I
Yeah.
can't.
Oh no. Oh no, it's another case where Anthony's never gonna watch it
I know.
because it's too good.
Yeah. It's like everything has to be perfect for me to watch this because yeah.
Wow. Um, I uh I'm kind of it's interesting. I'm okay, here's what I'll say. I'm kind of out of stuff to say
Wait, no,
about
you wanted to
Jaws.
talk about the monologue.
Oh yeah. And then I'll get back to something else.
Okay, well, don't forget. Sorry.
Monologue. Robert Shaw is a playwright. Did you know that?
Okay, yes, I did know. I heard that. Yeah.
So Benchley writes this long thing for him, and he's like, I can't memorize this. Like I don't like Benchley's he writes novels, right? And so he's like, here,
Right.
give this whole speech. I'm sure an
Yep.
actor can do this. And Robert Shaw's probably drunk. He's looking
Uh-huh,
at
uh-huh.
this 10-page
Right.
monologue. He's like, I can't do this. I'm gonna go rewrite it. So he brings it home and he rewrites that speech,
Mm,
memorizes it, and gives the Indianapolis. Is that what it's called? The boat that he's in, which is based on a
yeah.
real thing.
Okay, yeah.
And I think Spielberg was going back and forth like, do we really need to give him motivation for why he hates sharks so much?
Sure.
Or is it fine?
Hmm.
And he does the speech and he's like, I mean, the other two you can tell are like enraptured.
Yeah.
It starts with the comparing scars, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Comparing wounds.
Oh man,
It's
so good.
fun, it's funny. It's the first time they're actually having fun with each other because they are all drunk.
Hmm.
And then he goes into this speech, which you're like, does it fit in the movie when and then it just does. It just locks in.
Mm, yeah.
And then that makes his death pretty special, I think, at the end.
Yeah, because you did need it because you care about him.
Yep.
Yep.
You're kind of where everyone else is at with him up until then, which is like this guy is crass. He doesn't take anything serious. He he's mean. He's
Hmm.
drunk.
Yeah.
He's annoying.
Uh-huh.
And then you're like, "Ugh, okay, now that I know his past, I kind of like him.
Yeah, you're like he was damaged by a majorly traumatic event,
Yeah.
saw lots of his friends die,
Yep.
and now he's seeking revenge.
Yeah. And
Now,
it
yeah,
kind of works for me. It really works for me, even though on paper, I'm not sure. I wonder if they were going into the editing room like, I wonder if we'll cut this.
because it's long.
And it's like
It,
he's mad at sharks, and so he wants to kill a shark. Does that work?
uh-huh, yeah,
And it does work.
one take, dude,
Yup, one
straight.
take.
Now, that's on the boat, right? Or is that on a set?
I think they're on the boat in open water during
Okay,
that
it seems like yeah,
scene.
yeah, like you can't make that rocky vibe
Yep.
feel like that. You can hear the bell and you can hear the water and
Hmm.
oh, it's so friggin' perfect, dude.
Sounds like it should sound, looks like it should look, feels like it should feel, and it just really I never fast forward it. I always watch Wrapped during that scene. Um,
Mm,
I think I said effort already, and this is kind of the last thing I want to talk about, which was like, um, so we went when we were in London, we went to the Modern Art Museum to see a specific piece of art that Noah and I really wanted to see called The Fountain. Do you know what this is?
oh yes, I didn't, but I Googled it
Okay.
because when you posted about it.
Yeah. So it is a Duchamp piece, and it is a urinal
Mm-hmm.
taken off the wall, put on its side, and signed. with a Sharpie.
That's it.
And he doesn't even sign his real name. He made up a name and signed it.
Okay.
And it's in the Tate Modern Art Museum in London, and it's in a it's a big room, and it's the only piece of art, and it's in the center in a glass case.
Hmm.
And hundreds of people stand around it and argue about
Mm.
art.
Mm-hmm.
Is this thing art? And
Mm-hmm.
if all these questions about is it art, you come back to the fountain a lot of times, right? Like, is this art? We are house divided on this. Noah and I think it's art,
Mm.
and Jack and Jessica hate it. They think it's so stupid
Uh-huh.
because Jessica wants to feel the effort
Mm.
of art. And so she
Sure.
stands and looks at this wall-sized Monet. She could stand there all day because
Oh
she
yeah.
knows it took him a year to create this piece.
It's
He
yeah.
sweat and
Yep.
he worked, and something beautiful came out of it.
Yep.
And I love that too. I like the fountain, but I
Uh-huh.
get what she's talking about. And I think that's why she loves this movie and why I do too, because there is huge effort
Yeah.
to do it in the ocean.
Yeah. Yep. It could have been
And you
on a
think,
soundstage and
oh
on a
yeah,
back lot. To,
half of these all these
not
documentaries
cool.
I'm watching, I'm like, just give up. Like,
Uh-huh.
it's too hard.
Well, doesn't it say like Spielberg quit multiple times,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's just
I
like,
so glad he did it. I would
what do
have
you
quit and
do
not
if
come back.
are there any things that are like that that are just all the dailies and the film just never got finished?
I don't know. Good
You know what I mean?
question.
Like, is there any? Because what if that had happened? We wouldn't be talking about it, and we wouldn't know what Jaws is.
Mm-mm.
Are there
Yeah,
any productions that just, you know, I
I
mean,
think,
there was the Donner Superman 2.
yep. But it but it's not, it wasn't because of effort. It was because that movie is weird with two
Yeah,
different directors, and he's like, I'm gonna go back and do it.
yeah,
Um, I think like there aren't really any modern examples of this, I don't think, because if something's hard, they'll just do it in post.
yeah, right.
And they didn't
Or
have
do
that option.
reshoots. There's lots of reshoots. Like, wasn't I can't remember which Star Wars was riddled with reshoots. I feel like all the last ones had
Hmm.
quite a few,
Yeah. Yep.
changing kind of the tone and character and stuff like that.
Yeah. But like, you think about the new Superman, if something isn't quite right with the dog,
Yeah,
they just push some buttons
right. Beep boop bop. Yep,
and the dog is different,
yep,
right?
right.
They couldn't do this. I think probably Apocalypse Now is the other movie I can think of where they went on location and it was an absolute disaster.
Mm,
And they kind of pulled it together in the editing room. I just don't think it happens anymore because they can just push buttons and fix it.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
This one, you feel the effort of being out on the open water. You see it. You 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 feel scared because of it for them,
Yep, yep.
and it's the effort that makes this movie perfect.
I love that, dude. I think that's right on. And that's I I'll need to think further about that fountain.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think about Da Vinci and the Last Supper,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
like the way he geometrically made it so that Jesus's eye is the dead center of
Mm-hmm.
that piece, and then architected with perfect precision all of the angles exactly
Right. Or
to
like a
make it.
Michelangelo who has to lie on his back on
Yeah.
scaffolding, um, painting the Sistine Chapel by himself,
Uh-huh.
and it takes years. Then you think, okay, this guy pulled uh, a urinal off the wall and put it on its side.
Right.
Now, I think it's art. I have reasons I think it's art that Jessica doesn't buy
Yeah.
because
No,
she's
I
like,
yeah.
it's he didn't try, and there's beauty to trying hard.
Yeah, I get it. I think the same with music too.
Mm,
Uh, I think a lot of highly educated classical musicians have a hard time with pop music because of that.
yep.
Uh, so
Mm-hmm.
it's interesting. I mean, I guess you could even say the same thing about the broad, like an elitist that would say about even the broad appeal of a Spielberg. It's almost
Yep.
too basic.
Mm-hmm.
Um, hmm.
I don't want to be that person. Maybe one of the
No,
reasons I like The Fountain
yeah,
is
yeah, yeah,
because I don't want to be that person. Like I think you're right on. Like pop, The Fountain is pop music, right?
yeah,
Um, to a Mozart or a Bach, right? Like,
yeah.
come on, can these things be compared? And I'm kind of like, I like pop music.
I know. Me too.
What am I supposed to do? I like pop music.
Yep, me too, dude. Uh, like Forrest Frank. Do you know Forrest Frank?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Just came out with that song. Like he got hurt and he's laid up on his back right now.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And he wrote a song called God's Got Your Back. And I think he recorded the whole thing from his bed.
Wow. Okay.
And it's a total banger. It's so good.
Okay. Yeah.
But took like a life event and then just some time
Mm-hmm.
just chilling and makes a bop. You know what I
And I
mean?
love a bop.
I know, I love a bop. And then you've got Beethoven has been deaf for, I don't know, a decade and writes Beethoven 9,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
meticulously
Yep.
crafting every note, also a bop.
Yeah. Jaws is so interesting because of the effort it took
Yep.
and the fact that it had such broad appeal.
Yeah.
And so I think there's something special about that too.
I agree. I mean, it's almost like it's as if Beethoven is writing his Ninth Symphony and people were constantly ripping up the paper like the whole time,
Yeah.
stealing sheets of music, and
Yeah.
somehow it like ended up being amazing.
Yeah.
So
Or if Taylor Swift is writing Shake It Off and
uh-huh.
and somebody is constantly like slapping her on the back of the head and
Right.
pantsing her or something, right?
Right.
Like
Yeah, it's
it's there's an effort to this extremely popular thing
yep.
that is how watchable is Jaws? You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like every
Endlessly
scene.
rewatchable.
Yeah.
Absolute amazing craft, rolled with the
Hmm.
punches.
Yep.
And well, we didn't even talk about it, and we're not going to talk about it now because we're out of time. Listener, did we use John Williams' score as evidence? Nope.
I mean, we did talk about it for a while, but nobody
Yeah,
chunked in on it
nobody chunked in on
because
it. It's
I'm
okay.
not sure it's the best part of this movie.
Oh, well, okay.
Now, I know I'm saying that to Anthony Georgeson. That's sacrilege to say about any Williams score, but I'm not sure it is the best part of this movie. It is
Yeah,
awesome.
but I would say it's like top five things about this movie.
Okay, fine.
But
I'll give it.
no, I'm just saying we didn't chunk in because we chunk in every time and and that's basic. It's like I mean it's iconic and it's it's like he showed it to Spielberg and Spielberg was like, "That's it." He's like, "Trust me, dude."
Hmm.
And I think people would say it's his one of his most recognizable leitmotifs.
I wonder if more people would be able to recognize the sound of Jaws
Hmm.
than have seen Jaws.
Hmm.
That's a given, right? Way more
Definitely, yeah,
people know those two notes than have seen
yeah,
the movie.
yep, for sure.
Yeah. Yep, that's great. Jaws. We want to
Mm,
know what you think, nation. Is Jaws not only good, but perfect? Our social media maestro Lindsay is going to put out a survey for you to vote yes or no, and then we'll come back in a couple weeks and let you know whether Jaws is a perfect movie. Thank you to our webmaster Adam, Jason for our graphics, Davis for our music, Lindsay our social media maestro. Our next movie, it's school times.
mm-hmm,
School times are approaching. I think last year when school times were approaching, we did do Napoleon Dynamite,
mm-hmm.
high school movie. We're gonna do a college movie, The Social
Yes.
Network.
Mm, great college movie, dude.
Not technically a college movie, but it takes place almost exclusively on the campus.
Yep.
Uh, so what is it called when they row the boat? Crew.
Yeah.
What's more college than crew?
Yep. And and one dude playing two dudes playing the same guy or twins. I mean,
The
Winklevoss.
Winklevoss
Yeah,
Winklevoss twins.
Winklevi.
Just a little teaser. It's my favorite movie of the 2010s.
Mm,
Is it
Martian.
of the 2010s or the aughts?
Okay,
My favorite movie of the aughts.
okay, because we got Martian and Arrival,
Oh yeah.
Inception,
There's
Interstellar.
yeah. We'll
Okay,
talk more about that.
yeah, yeah,
And
of the aughts.
it's our first David Fincher. So, and maybe
Sweet.
only. I'm not sure. Unless we do that one where the guy ages backwards. What's that called? Benjamin
Oh,
Button.
Benjamin Button. Yeah, right.
I don't think we're
Probably
gonna
not.
do
Probably
Benjamin
not.
Button. Um, all right, dude. We will be back for our result show because there's other things I want to talk about, including the fact that I am now a Spielberg completist and watched a lot of his early stuff, which were blind spots for me. And
Yeah,
so kind of watching Jaws this year after watching some of those early ones was a real trip.
sweet dude. Yeah, I'm writing down in my notes for the results show a couple things that I want to watch that I'm not gonna say. But yeah,
Sweet. We have this section at the bottom of the note that says other stuff. I think we talked about most of it, but I'm going to be putting other stuff down there.
yeah.
All right, dude. Uh, are you are you near an ocean in Atlanta? You're not
No,
really,
dude.
are you?
This is the most landlocked we've ever been. There's the
Okay.
Chattahoochee River, but that's it.
Yes, us too. So we're far
Hmm.
away from the ocean. We don't have to worry about Jaws.
Not worried at all.
Well, nation, don't worry about Jaws. And happy watch. Oh wait, I didn't say great ep.
Oh yeah.
Great ep.
Super. Wait. Say the thing you said before. Nation. Don't worry
Nation,
about.
don't worry about Jaws, especially if you're landlocked like us. Great ep.
Super fun, man.
And happy watching The Social Network.
Sweet. We're gonna stop that. 1, 2, 3. Stop. All right. Save that. Great.
Great ep.
Oh, I forgot to
136.
clap. Crap. Oh well.
Oh, okay.
It's fine.
Does it make sense to come back in? And it doesn't make sense
It
to come
doesn't.
back in the clap. Okay, bye everyone.
Okay. Bye.